You already know, Easer in the building. You know, thank my Heavenly Father, ancestors, extended ancestors, archangels, regular angels, all light beings, all divine beings, all high vibrational beings, all timeline dimensional portals, you know, so all in all, past, future, present, all at the same time. You know, this experience, you know, or the changing of one outlook, mindset. All right, what up? Hey, how you feeling? Everybody blessed in you? Yeah, thank God. We needed the space to sit down. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Mm. How you doing? All right. God bless. All right. Pardon me on that. You know, people that I know that, you know, damn near watch me grow up. You would say family, extended family. You know, talking about years. Um, what can I say? Lord, you know, speak to these people. You know, I know it's me. How, you know, I'm able to let things go, or learn, or mastered how to let things go, or to catch myself, or allow you, you know, to catch me. That's basically what it is. It's you. It's you keeping your hand over my heart, even though it's, you know, has been badly scarred. You have healed it multiple times. You know, I have been reborn, resuscitated, brought back to life on many occasions. You know, we we don't just experience death as far as closing our eyes and not waking up, and that's not death. That's just a new beginning. You know, it's the cycle. It's back to the starting line. You know, there is a finish, but that's up to, you know, what you accomplish and decide to remember through your lifetimes, that, you know, get you to that end gate where, you know, the sources say, okay, yo, you could get you here, rest. You know, you did what I needed you to do. You know, and receive your, you know, your gifts, your, you know, what you want, your desires, not, you know, not lustful, not greed desires, but, you know, the desire of being whole, being full, being really comfortable in your own skin. When, you know, spirit or people, or the original people that speaks in truth and through the real spirit, when they say know thyself, it's really that. Know know your your capabilities of how wicked you could be, how nasty you could be. Really, you know, really be truthful to yourself, that, you know, if you really wanted to at any given time, and that's any of us, we could go ballistic and feel justified because of the wounds, because of the suppression of that, you know, that tension. It is tension because it's not you. That's why it's pressure, because, and it's not inner pressure, it's external pressure, you know. And we allow the external pressure to affect, our vessel, our mental thinking, which, if we don't have knowledge of that, this is how they play. They play psychological. Everything is a psychological game. When they say everything is mine, it's true. It's true. We just gotta absolutely start to see it that way. And then once we start to see it that way, then it's not gonna be an instant thing that you call. I didn't just come instant to this, to this statement, but this is an accumulation of the good and just and rightful things that I know to be abundant. That you call, even if I didn't know what it was, that you call, I, I, I know that sound a little crazy, but and really not. If it is sounding crazy, it's because y'all in the doubt. Y'all never ran into something that just, or heard something that you just knew was right. That you call it. It definitely is sung or rung so vibrant with you, even if it was negative. That's the even crazy part, because it depends on your vibration, where your mental thought capacity and you know temple, how your temple is what you call, either you got your temple polluted with all the wrong things, or you got your temple kind of decent. You know, nobody's temple is perfect, and if you are do if an individual actually could get there, because your thoughts come when they want to come, even though what you call, you might be mindful and catch yourself to not go through with a thought or impulse, if especially if it's a negative, it still came across your mind, and it's held accountable. You are held accountable just for the thought. I know it's scary. You're like, oh, what the fuck? If I just thought of it and I didn't do it, didn't I do right? Yeah, and you will be on it for that. But it's not that you call it that you didn't do it. That you call it why you didn't do it. What was the reason that stopped you from doing? Did you catch yourself? Did you instead of you know, going calling people and what you call rounding people up to what you call to go, whatever your design, or even if it's not you right, but you equipping yourself to do what you feel like you need to do at that time, because you in that emotion, and you're allowing it to what you call control the vehicle at that moment, instead of you allowing it to pass and truly letting it go. It's not easy. It takes practice, as you call it. It takes knowing, for real. Knowing is half the battle. How can you protect yourself against something that you don't know nothing about? And this is the problem with secrets. Secrets is not even a a healthy thing for anybody. Secrets is high in information that needs to be known. And the reason why it hurts is because it's been hidden. It's not that what you call what's going to be said is going to actually hurt the person. It might affect the person, emotionally or whatever, but it will also give a person clarity of whatever, it needs to be clarified to them or to us, you know, like what's happening now. The stuff that's popping up in my head, or the guidance, the true guidance of the divine that's popping up in my head and pointing out certain things, and then not just saying, okay, let's go, I heard that and I just strictly believe it. No, hold on, let me research that. What they saying the truth, let me search that out. It, uh, uh, uh. And if it lines up, it's trustworthy. That's how you know what spirits you're dealing with. All right.